Hello, welcome to yet another video on personal financial management. My name is Jesse Aineviona, an entrepreneur, a speaker, and a trainer. I'm hosting Nancy Apio, a financial advisor and investment advisor with UAP Old Mutual, someone that is very passionate about helping people to achieve their financial goals. In the last two videos, we focused on the issue of mindset and some of the things, some of the disciplines, some of the tips that we need to embrace in order for us to have a more successful and fulfilling financial lifestyle. In this video, we are going to be focusing on some of the investment options, because one of the things that is key is it's one thing to work for money, it is another to have money working for you. Wow, that's a good place to be. So that if you are away, if you go on holiday for 1 month, you know, your business does not also go on holiday, or your job does not also follow you on holiday. You want to have a business, you want to have a lifestyle that, is truly independent of your finances, or what we call financial independence. So, Nancy, what are some of the things what are some of the options available out there? Someone might be thinking, I am on a job, I have to work, so how do I get to a place where money works for me? What are some of the investment options available?
Okay. Thank you, Jesse. I am going to share a few of the options that are available for us to invest our money. And we have two financial markets. You can choose to invest in a financial market or a non-financial market.
Okay.
When I talk of financial markets, I mean investing in like paper assets, things like treasury bills and bonds. You need to invest in treasury bills and bonds. You just need to go through a broker, and then you're able to invest in bills and bonds. And there's also investing in the stock market. But to invest in a stock market, it's important to understand what you're getting into. I remember when I first invested in shares, I was taken to meet, my mentor took me to meet the CEO of Crested Stocks, Robert Baldwin, just to explain to me how stock and shares operate, how they work. And at the end of the day, I was able to make a decision on what shares to buy. And after, I remember I kept on receiving analyst reports, and I was so keen on how the different share prices and what are operating. So it's very, very important, if you're going to invest in stock, to literally understand the stock market. But if you do not have time, get an investment advisor to guide you on which stock to invest in. Another thing you could think of doing is investing in mutual funds. You've heard of the unit trust. A good number of people are investing in the unit trust. You could also take on doing that. It's a collective pool of money coming together, and the investors decide where to invest it on. And it also brings good returns. So that's basically the financial markets or options I could think of. And in regard to now the non-financial markets is basically, we're looking at, for instance, you can invest in doing your personal business, something that you're passionate about, or engaging in a part-time business. For example, Jesse, you did practice, you did study mechanical engineering, right?
Yes, I did.
But you're doing something related to public speaking.
Absolutely.
And that is something that you're passionate about.
Yes.
And you're making money from your passion, right?
Of course.
So clearly, we can actually invest and do something that you're passionate about and make money. So think about doing a business that you're very passionate about. You could also invest in land, real estate. A good number of people who buy lots of land, and then maybe you subdivide and sell it off. But also please note that if you're going to invest in land and real estate, it's a little bit capital intensive. So it's very important to have your funds ready. If you do not have enough capital to invest in real estate, please do not go get into it. Otherwise, your money will be held up. You've seen how people have tried to build, and the buildings are just there, they are incomplete, and something like that is because someone did not think through to see, will I have all the money that I need to complete this structure.
Yes.
So before you get into real estate, please ensure that you have enough capital to get that done. Then there's also getting into farming. A good number of people are doing farming. But do not just get into something just because everyone, if they say there's money in coffee, you also go and do coffee. Have you taken time to understand how to go about coffee? We've heard of, for instance, telefarmers, where because a friend tells you that, you know what, we should start coffee farming, and then you get into it, but you do not even understand it. You do not have time to go and check at the farm. So at the end of the day, you've thrown cash, left it there wherever, and then you're not making good returns out of it.
True.
Each time as you decide to invest, always look at what is my return on investment. Take time to calculate what am I getting out of this. Do not just jump into something just because Tom, John, and Mary are doing it. Sit down, do your calculations, such that at the end of that day, before you even get into it, you have an idea as to what is going to be my return in this investment.
Absolutely. Thank you, Nancy, for that ton of wisdom on some of the options that are available. So they are financial and the non-financial. Among the options that Nancy mentioned is you can also think of starting up a part-time business. So depending on what you're passionate about, like she rightly stated, or even the need around, or you might have some time on your hands and you think instead of sitting down to watch TV over the weekend and in the evenings, what about you start a business that you can do part-time in addition to your main job? I like reading the writings of King Solomon, and he wrote something that is quite profound in the book of Ecclesiastes. He said, sow your seed in the morning, and in the evening, let your hands not be idle. What that simply means is go to your job in the morning, but in the evening, don't just come home, put your legs up and watch TV till midnight and go to sleep. No, get your mind to work, get your brain to think, what are some of the options available? Because I truly believe that you can make the most of your time. So think of something that you can start in addition to your main job. Now, one of the things that we just want to transition into, and that I think is very key, is as we think about all these options, there are so many options available. People are planting trees, people are rearing cows, goats, animals. There are so many things. But I think before you get involved in anything, you need to take time to do your due diligence. Nancy, say something about that.
I will speak from experience. The first plot of land that I bought, I was very, very excited, to acquire land and what. And yes, I just received the documents and just signed. And I remember we did go to view the land, viewed the land, and I paid for the land. However, I had not done due diligence. I had not done what do they call it?
Kind of analysis?
No, it's due diligence, where you have to go through Ministry of Lands just to confirm that
the land actually exists.
Yeah, the land exists, and there are it's free. It's free from encumbrances and all that. So I did not do that, and as I speak up to now, I still just hold the paper, and I do not have a land title to that. So I lost money because I didn't do due diligence. So it's very, very important that we do due diligence before we invest.
That's true. Yeah, so just because someone is doing well in agriculture or something, you have even never done farming, but because you see things are happening for somebody, you say, let me also go there. Before you know it, all your animals die, all your plants go, because you didn't take some time to ask yourself, how have those who have succeeded done it? Take some time to find out from those who have gone ahead of you. Be it any investment, be it shares, be it the unit trusts, be it the financial markets, get knowledge. I have a friend who always tells me that in this world of, in this era of information, in this information age, ignorance is your choice. So you have an opportunity to go and research. You have an opportunity to go and meet people who have done these things. Even those who have failed will tell you why they failed. So please take some time to do your due diligence, research, and research.
I think it's also important besides research, for us to do, I could say, a SWOT analysis on ourselves.
Yes.
Where, I mean, where you look at what are my strengths and what can I leverage on to make money.
Yeah.
Like I say, you're doing public speaking.
Yes.
I'm thinking many people could have told you that you're really good at public speaking, and that's why you focused on doing public speaking, and you grabbed that opportunity, and you're now focusing on it and not doing engineering.
Yes.
So it's good to also sit down and reflect, do a SWOT analysis on yourself, and see what is it that I do effortlessly that just comes with ease. Like, I'm very passionate about finance and investment. It's something that just I can do it and without getting tired. So it's something that I've chosen to focus on as part of my line of business. So you find that even when things are not working, you're still driven to continue because you're passionate about it.
Yes.
So as we also think of investing and what line of investment to get in, do a SWOT analysis on yourself, but also look out for that you want to invest in. Are you solving someone's problem? If you're not solving a problem, then that is not going to bring you money.
Yes.
As you focus on what you're going to invest, look at what solution am I solving.
Yes.
Trust me, if you are solving someone's problem, you definitely get the money. Yeah, for example, food hubs around. People need to eat, so definitely you're solving their problem of hunger.
Yes.
So as you think of what to invest, do not just get into it just because, but look at your strengths and then also look at what problem are you solving.
Okay. So 1, do your due diligence. In other words, know the field you're getting into. Secondly, know yourself. Take some time to know who are you. What can you do best that fits and suits your personality, your passion? Tap into that space. And then what Nancy has just shared, very profound. Another thing that I would like us to add is beware of get-rich-quick schemes. There are people that will come telling you, put your money here, don't mind, you don't have to do anything. I normally like to say, if you get into a business where there's no product, you might be the product. So run for your life. Nancy, what is your take on some of these get-rich-quick schemes that come around town, get everybody excited and run away with your money before the night is over?
Personally, my mentor told me, if something is too good to be true, don't go for it. And that's what I believe in. If I feel that this money that I'm earning very fast is there's always something, there's always a problem. So I never get into get rich. As long as I see that this money that I'm meant to earn is coming pretty too fast, I feel there's a problem somewhere. So I never get into such schemes, and I always try to avoid it. And it has worked for me. You just have to set your mind and say, no, this one I want to do, because in life you have to work.
Absolutely. And there is no shortcut. You know, you cannot, if an oak tree is going to grow it's going to take 100 years to grow, you cannot shortwave the process. There are no shortcuts to excellence. Go and grow through the process. Money is accumulated little by little over a period of time. That's why the disciplines are important. That's why the sooner you start, the better. And then enjoy and endure the process. There are no shortcuts to success. You just have to go through the process. And I believe that you will get there. So thank you, Nancy, for those wonderful tips and options and financial and investment advice. I truly believe that we can take them to heart and get better with the way we are managing our money, but even more importantly, have money working for us. So thank you so much for tuning in. In case you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so. I truly believe that you will continue to get information and advice that will help you to become a better version of yourself. Because when you get better, your life gets better. Thank you, and see you in the next video.